In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the fastest way to level up your shadows in a Rise crossover. But before I go and do that, would you guys like yourself a chance to win a free Game Pass? All you need to do is drop a like and subscribe to the channel and comment your Roblox username down below. I go away multiple Game Passes every week. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I feel like the first thing to talk about when we're talking about trying to level up in the game is the 2x XP pass. And now I know a lot of people won't be wanting to spend Robux on this, but you may actually be able to buy it with tickets if you save up enough. Tickets can be obtained in a bunch of different ways, such as doing dungeons or AFK rewards. Either way though, this will help you out a ton, but it's not needed for the steps in this video. It just makes them better. That's probably the best way to go ahead and put it. But the best way to go grind your levels, at least one of the main ways to do, is going ahead and beating brutes. We've got to unequip all our units. And if you're not sure what a brute is, so these are like normal units, these ones are here. And this big one over here is a brute. As you can see, their health is like astronomically different between a small one and a big one. They have a lot more brutes, always will. But that also means they give you a lot more XP, which is very crucial when it comes to going ahead and leveling up. And every single island has one of these on. I can actually go ahead and show you guys what all the brutes are for the islands, but I think I'll probably just take a little too much time in the video. So I'm going to show you where the best brutes are, or at least the ones I recommend going ahead and using. If you are doing enough damage, of course, you will have to be using the brutes respective to your island, or at least like how good your stuff is. So if you can barely beat the brutes on, for example, Grass Village, you probably should only do the brutes in Grass Village. You've no point going ahead and trying to do any stronger ones. If you can beat strong ones, I definitely would recommend going for it. Even if it takes you up to 10 minutes to beat them, you can still make a lot of progress for this. And now, if you don't know what leveling up is, you get the leveling up rewards basically upon beating the enemy. So what you can actually do is you can put a really strong team on, and then to put one new unit in. So as you can see, actually, fortunately, I have a I've got a bunch of these SS rank maxed out Zyrus, Beavers, whatever you want to call them. But I also have some that aren't maxed out, are only level 80. So I'm going to show you how much this level 79 one gains from going ahead and doing this. So if we equip the whole team, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the whole team there. So it's level 79 and it already gained 6 levels after being a small NPC. But I want to see how much it gains from beating one of these really big NPCs. And now you may not be able to beat these guys, so you do need a decent DPS to go and do it. Something you will notice though, especially if you've got stronger units, that their levels will increase. Of course, the damage will increase. It goes just upon how level scaling works in this game. Either way though, I'm going to show you just how easy that kind of jump by levels. So it's 79 when we started, and it's 101. So that was instantly a massive level jump, and that also means the damage had a pretty big jump as well. So now all I would need to do is just say AFK here, find the brute, and use any island, and that is one way to level up. And I just want to show you how much this will dramatically go ahead and change the stats of the unit. Let's go to Lucky Kingdom, and let's go for something a little bit interesting, such as Zyru. Let's do Zyru, that's the unit I was using just then. So a Zyru at its normal levels, we do S, if we do actually G rank ones, so it means the stats are the same no matter what. Level 1 is 600, actually level 1 it does 9,000 damage. Level 10 it will go ahead and do 20,000 damage. Level 50 will go and do 400,000 damage. But then if you do level 60, you'll notice it instantly doubles there. So I don't really know what happens, but scaling in this game is like very big. So then we do level 70, now it doubles again at level 80, that's another double, level 90, and that's even possibly more than a double there. And if we actually go to level 120, you'll notice it goes full up. And then it'll go up a lot again around, I think it's 150. And it kind of just leveling keeps on going up like this. You can see for every single level, and wait, we're way too high there. The damage kind of skyrockets like a ton when it comes to leveling things up. It's actually stuck at level 250. But okay, you guys get the point. That leveling in this game means your damage will go ahead and skyrocket a ton. So just because you're not doing a ton of damage with your unit now doesn't mean it won't be going ahead and doing a lot later. If you want to find out how good your unit is, you can go ahead and make sure you've got your order by potential. It is this by default. And either way though, I've only been here for what, 4 or 5 minutes, and this guy is already level 147. Of course, the higher the levels, the harder it is to level up, and I do have 2x XP, so this is a lot faster to go do. If you can't beat the NPCs over here, the ones I'd recommend you going to do is going over all the way to the Skullface Island, Face Hill, whatever you want to call it, Bleach Island. If you make your way over there, which shouldn't take you too long, you can beat the NPCs there. You can also do the raids on Doo-Doo Island, so I'll quickly show you the Doo-Doo Island ones, and there are some actual pretty decent ones to go and get your XP up. It's actually a really good one to do, because for whatever reason, when beating things such as the Ant King, you don't need to do a crazy amount of damage to still get the damage credit for it. she'll still get a massive chunk of extra XP. But just by how it works, it's about 28 trillion damage you need to do. And I know as newer players it now sound like quite a lot of damage. It is a bit, but when you progress the game, you'll realize like that really isn't actually a crazy amount, especially if you've got a good team here. But these ants that spawn in will have like tons of health. So say you can get a fresh one, even though it should be like fresh Cyril. So take out the 147 and I replace it with the level 81. Let's see how much levels it will get from the Ant Queen going and spawning. We'll take away the MCs around it. We don't even have a proper setup here, but if you can get good raid setups, you not only be farming Birus, but you can also be going in and send your damage like 10 times higher. Now, of course, you can also do dungeons as well, and just by clearing dungeons, most people do. If you put one bad unit on your team, you can do it, but just make sure you do have a strong enough team still to clear the dungeon. You don't want to waste too much time. I'd recommend only leveling up 1 or 2 units at a time. Honestly, I usually stick to 1 unit at a time, as that tends to be the easiest way to do it. But I'm going to go around and just take out all of these guys. We should get a really chunky amount of XP for doing this. It'll be helpful with a team that was actually doing stuff, but hey, that's all good, guys. That's all good. We'll quickly snipe out them. Get a good chunk of damage on the Ant Queen. I just want to show you just how dramatically high the levels are going to go up on this, just by doing this. Basically, Ant Queen's going to farm up. You can go do raids, dungeons, or you can farm up brutes. Kind of depends on what's going on at the moment. So, for example, if it's like a really bad dungeon or it's like a really bad area, it's probably not worth doing XP there. It's probably worth doing brutes. Also, it depends on how fast you've seen that damage in. You'll notice damage, like the whole team's damage will skyrocket a ton. Having some good leveled up units on your team. And like I said, you can do this with friends. So it can be on normal brutes you can do that for as well. If you're a friend there to go ahead and help you beat the brute faster, it can speed up the turn. You will, of course, need to, I think it's about 5% for brutes. It's roughly 5%. So we're around 5 to 10% for brutes still, the damage credit. But friends can speed it up a ton. You're doing it with other players. So just this, these are random people. I don't actually know any of them. At least I don't think I know any of them. And yeah, I got none of them added. So I actually don't know anyone in this server. It's just a random server I've loaded in. I've already managed to teamwork this. And honestly, this probably isn't the best server to do it with, as I don't think anyone can really beat any of the, even the small ants. But still, we're going to have to get a decent amount of damage up for this. And I just want to show you, just off being the Ant Queen, how much we do gain from it. And usually it wouldn't take this long, because usually other people would take out the royal ants. So you don't need to worry if you can't take out the royal ants. Usually someone else will do that. Just find a server where someone else is doing that, because you don't want to spend all your time taking out the ants. But hey, we'll take out the ants there, and then we should be able to be the Ant Queen. Or is there one more batch of ants? Maybe one batch. And actually, no, okay, Ant Queen's already gone there, and there's the animation for it. But we're gonna have got a bunch of XP off that right now, so that's kind of cool. We'll even try our chance at rising it. And do we rise it? We actually may have rised it. I don't really know what went on there, but hey, we'll take that, whether that was. I don't think we rised that. I think it just glitched. I'm not even sure, but either way, just up being the Ant Queen and a few NPCs there, we got up to level 93, which isn't as effective as the brutes, but where it becomes super effective is going and beating the actual Ant King. Now, like I said, you can do this with a team, you can do this with a bunch of people, you can do this just by yourself, as long as you can beat it by yourself. Probably, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you can't beat it by yourself, so you need a team with you, or just a server where they've got like really low. As long as you get your 28 trillion damage in, you'll get the contribution for this. Of course, you're trying to level up lower units, you don't really need to worry too much. It's only like SSs and like G ranks that's super hard to level up, at least in my opinion. And actually, it's because the level caps go up, which also the gaps between XP goes up like a crazy amount. Such as the Monarch, as you can go and see, it's an S level here, and it has 876 million to go up its next level, which actually can't because it's max level. Whereas compared to us maxed out Zyru, what's the XP gap then? Actually, won't even show us the XP gap, but it's a lot higher. Of course, depending on which one it is. I'm trying to find out, do I have any more maxed out ones? Okay, for some reason, it's just Monarch that shows how much XP he needs. Not really sure what that actually, at least it's not a maxed out Monarch. Anyway, besides the point, the XP gap goes up like a crazy amount between levels, and that's something to keep in mind. Also, though, your damage will skyrocket a ton, so you can end up doing more damage. But hey, we might as well skip to when the Ant King is about to be eliminated. And now the Ant King is just about to be eliminated. I want to see how much damage you manage to do to it. And like I said, this probably took a little bit longer than usual. It's taken us a good about 5 minutes to beat this. If you're a really good team, you'll be able to do it so much faster, especially if you've got other people playing with you. Even if your units aren't the best, you still can do enough damage to get your credit in on the elimination. And then boom, there goes the Ant King. We're trying to rise it, and we didn't get lucky. But besides the point, we can now see how much levels we gained, and boom, a level 123. So it's a really fast way to do it up. And it did seem like the brutes were a bit faster. I suppose we're doing this 5 minutes with brutes for about like 8 minutes. So they are slightly different. Also, just usually can kind of speed around the Ant King, where brutes with the limited time between how much they basically like spawn it in. You can always just AFK doing brutes. That is genuinely a really good method to do it. And I know it sounds really simple, but I just want to put that in there. Having an auto clicker on the game shouldn't disconnect every 20 minutes can do it. Either way, guys, this video I feel like was targeted slightly newer players, but I suppose also if you're an older player, there may have been a fact or two in here that you may find useful. Anyway, guys, if you did find it useful, feel free to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I know Phil check out some other videos. So I got some really cool ones, I promise. And even if you didn't find this one useful, I probably got 100 you will. Oh, I know. I just watch this video right now. Yes, you watching now.